Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel, or if you are new here, I am Silver Shepherd and I talk about anything and everything gold and silver related. And today we're talking about a question that every silver stacker eventually asks at some point, and that's how much silver is enough. It doesn't matter if you're brand new, stacking on a budget, or if you've been stacking for years, this topic hits all of us. And right now, with silver sitting around $89 an ounce, and even going up to $93 an ounce, which is absolutely insane to say out loud, and I think it's more important than ever we have a real conversation about setting targets, building a plan, and understanding what enough really means for you. Because look, stacking silver isn't about just buying a shiny metal. It's about building security, about building resilience, and it's about building a portfolio that helps you sleep at night when the world feels unpredictable. So in today's video, we're going to break down the 4 major target levels, how to calculate your personal stacking numbers, how to stack for long-term retirement purposes, why stacking for retirement even makes sense, what enough silver means based on your goals, your income, and your long-term plan. So without any further ado, let's get right back into the video. So first, let's talk targets, not dreams, not someday I'll get there, but real realistic targets that make sense whether you have a small budget or a strong income. And these are the 4 I think about. The first one is 100 ounces, and this is the beginner foundation. If you had 100 ounces of silver today, even with silver at $89, you're already ahead of 99% of people. So what does 100 ounces represent? And that's a solid financial buffer, a hedge against emergencies, proof that you're committed, a foundation of long-term retirement stacking, the moment the silver bug hits for real, and a level where your storage, organization, and strategy start to really matter. At 100 ounces, you're not going to retire early, but you're going to have something real. And it's a great first milestone. It's very achievable, even if you're stacking slowly. The second one is 250 ounces, and this is the first serious level. At 250 ounces, everything changes. With silver at $89, that's $22,000 worth of silver, and that's no pocket change at all. This level feels like real financial asset, shows long-term commitment, provides meaningful diversification, and starts to look like a legitimate retirement metal. And it gives you flexibility in the future with selling, trading, and leveraging. Most stackers never hit 250 ounces, and if you're here or working towards it, you're doing much better than you think you are. The third one is 500 ounces, and this is the classic stacker goal. This is the level stackers start to talk about the most. With 500 ounces today, you're sitting around $44,000 worth of silver, and this is where things start to get interesting, because you now have a real hedge against inflation, you're building wealth outside of the financial system, you're diversified across multiple forms of silver, you're prepared for long-term uncertainty, and this stack can actually make a difference in retirement. Many stackers consider 500 ounces a complete stack, not because they stop there, but because at 500 ounces, you've built real financial resilience. And the fourth and last one is 1,000 plus ounces, and this is the long-term retirement build, and this one is huge. 1,000 ounces at $89 is $89,000 in silver. This is not a flex, and this is not an ego number. This is long-term wealth protection. 1,000 ounces is where you have a real retirement foundation. You can pass wealth down to your kids, you diversify your retirement portfolio outside of traditional investments, you can weather the unknowns of the next 20 to 30 years, and you have both liquid and long-term metal and storage. This is a level where stacking stops becoming a hobby and becomes a true financial strategy. So how do you know whether you should aim for 100, 250, 500, or 1,000 ounces? And it depends upon these 3 key things. Number 1 is your income, and it's a simple calculation. Take 3 to 5% of your monthly income, and this is your safe stacking budget. For example, if you make $3,000 a month, stack $90 to $150 worth of silver. If you make $5,000 a month, stack $150 to $250. If you make $8,000 a month, stack $240 to $400 worth of silver. Once you know your monthly stacking power, you can figure out your annual stacking goal. The second thing is your timeline. Ask yourself, are you stacking for 5 years, 10 years, or 20 to 30 years, or until retirement? The longer your timeline, the higher the target you can realistically reach is. For example, $150 a month times 12 months times 12 years is $18,000. At $89, that's about 202 ounces of silver. And that's how we can make these targets more realistic for everyday people. The third thing is your personality and peace of mind. Some people don't want 1,000 ounces, some people do, some people feel great at 250 ounces, and others want 2,000 ounces or more. Your goal should never stress you out. Your goal should help motivate you and help you sleep better at night. Ask yourself, what number gives me peace? What number makes sense for retirement? What number won't affect my quality of life? And what number can I hit without overextending? Your perfect number is a sweet spot between what you want and what you can comfortably afford. So what should you be stacking for retirement? And if you're stacking with retirement specifically in mind, not all silver is equal. All silver is silver, but the form you choose can make a difference in liquidity, premiums, and exit strategy. So let's break down the 3 best retirement-focused silver options. The first one is silver rounds, and these are the best for building ounces cheaply. Rounds are low premium, easy to stack, easy to store, recognizable if from reputable mints, and perfect for hitting large ounce goals, which is exactly what we're aiming for. Rounds are the backbone of most retirement stacks because they maximize your ounces without overpaying. If you want 1,000 ounces someday, rounds will get you there the fastest. They're great for long-term stacking, big goals, fundamentals, dollar cost averaging, and buying consistently. The second thing should be 10-ounce bars, and they're perfect for mid-tier retirement metal. 10-ounce bars are underrated. They have huge benefits, including the lower premiums than coins, higher liquidity than larger bars, great for balance between weight and usability, ideal for stacking large amounts, and trusted by both stackers and dealers. A pile of 20 10-ounce bars looks incredible and stacks beautifully in a safe. These bars are ideal for long-term retirement stacking because they're efficient, recognizable, easy to liquidate, and space efficient in storage. The third and last one is government coins, and these have the strongest long-term liquidity. These include American Silver Eagles, Canadian Maple Leafs, Britannias, Kangaroos, and Philharmonics. These are perfect for retirement stacks because they carry the highest trust, easiest resale value, the strongest global recognition, better premiums on the sell side, legal tender status, and built-in security features. They will cost more, but in retirement, liquidity matters more than anything. Government coins are the gold standard of long-term silver stacking. So let's go ahead and get into why we stack for retirement, because silver stacking makes sense for several reasons. And number one is the inflation hedge. Over a 20 to 40 year horizon, inflation destroys purchasing power. Silver is real, physical, tangible value that holds up across generations. The second thing is diversification. Most Americans have a 401k, IRA, stocks, and maybe a house, but almost zero hard assets. Adding silver diversifies your future wealth. The third thing is protection from market crashes. Stocks crash hard, banks fail, and currencies get debased. Government prints money like it's nothing, but silver, on the other hand, your ounces stay ounces. The fourth thing is a generational safety net. Even if you don't end up needing the silver in retirement, your kids or grandkids will. It's a timeless wealth transfer tool. The fifth thing is predictability. It's easier to stack silver consistently than it is to try and time the market. Silver stacking rewards patience. It's often said that silver is a marathon and not a sprint. The sixth and last thing is personal control. You own it, you hold it, you store it, no middleman and no counterparty risk. And for a lot of people, that alone makes silver worth stacking because they don't have to rely or depend upon anyone else. So let's quickly bring this all together. Silver is at $89, which is almost an all-time high. You need realistic targets like 100, 250, 500, and 1,000 ounces. Your perfect number depends on your income, timeline, and personality. Stack strategically for retirement with rounds, 10-ounce bars, and government coins. Silver protects your purchasing power for decades to come, and this is about long-term wealth and not short-term hype. Because at the end of the day, how much silver is enough isn't a universal number. It's personal and it's based on your life, your budget, your goals, and how you want to shape your retirement. But no matter whether your target is 100 ounces or 1,000 ounces, the most important thing is consistency. Small, steady stacking always beats trying to time the market. Silver at $89 may feel high, but the purpose of silver stacking isn't to gamble, it's to build long-term peace of mind. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this 3 times a week. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.